everyone, it's Di here from Diane, and this week I have a card that I was inspired by Connie Stewart. She's an American demonstrator and she made this card using the heartfelt papers, and I actually really liked it, except for the fact that to cut this out I would have to use up so much paper to do it, so I decided that I was going to work it out on Australian sizing. So this is my card. This one is using all retired products, so I will show you the inside, and I don't like the fact that it's very flimsy here, so I have stepped it up a little bit. We are going to use the heartfelt heart punches, but we are not going to use, get in there, I'm not going to use the heartfelt paper. I'm going to use, and stamp set, I'm going to use the Good Morning Magnolia set. Now this is a two-part set, and we're going to use this Magnolia along with Thinking of You, and not only for what you do, but for being someone so special. So they are what we're going to be using for this. So let me show you all the parts. Now I've already scored and folded this because it was a little bit daunting for me even, so I'm going to go through it with you. So my card piece measures 5 and 7/8 by 10 3/4. Then we need an insert that measures 5 and 5/8 by 3 7/8 with a designer series paper, which I'm using the Magnolia Lane paper, which measures 5 and 3/8 by 3 5/8. Then for our other side here, we're going to need a piece that measures 5 and 5/8 by 3 1/4. And then for the outside, we're going to need a piece that measures of card that measures 5 and 5/8 by 1 inch, and a piece of designer paper that measures 5 and 3/8 by 3/4 of an inch. We need another piece of white that measures 5 and 5/8 by 3 1/4, and for our other side we need a piece of that measures 5 and 5/8 by 1 1/4, and a piece of designer paper that measures 5 and 3/8 by, well sorry, that should be 5 and 5/8 by 1 1/2, and this is 5 and 5/8 by 1 1/4. 5 and 3/8 by 1 1/4. All these goggles, lots of paper. Then we're going to need 2 more pieces, and that is for our belly band, and this measures 9 3/4 by 1 1/4, and this one measures 9 3/4, sorry, by 1 inch. So we're going to score this on our scoreboard, and I'll bring in my scoreboard so you can see exactly what we're doing. And we're going to score this on our scoreboard at 1 1/4 inches. Alright, I'm not going to score it because I've already done it, so, and then we're going to score it at 5 and 3/8 of an inch and at the 9 inch mark. So as I've already done mine, I won't score over the top so we don't break the fibres anymore on the card. Then we're going to do is when we fold it, we're going to start with the 1 1/4 inch side, and we're going to do a valley fold. And then at the 5 and 3/8 marks, we're going to do another valley fold. And then at the 9 inch mark, we're going to do a mountain fold. So when the card is closed, we have a triple front. It's very hard to see in this light. It's not a very good light, and that's how it goes. So what we're going to do first is we're going to start by putting our 5 and 5/8 by 3 7/8 piece here along with our designer piece of paper. So we're going to glue our designer paper onto our whisper white piece of card, and we're going to pop that onto there nice and neatly, and we're going to then glue that to the inside of the card. Now This has to go on the side where the 1.25 inch piece is folded upwards. So there's our belly fold. So it goes on this side on the inside. Okay, and then we need to work out what we want, how we want these on. We know that we have to have the white ones, but do we want, I think we need to go white, green, because this is going to have a white panel here. So we will do on the 1 inch piece, we're going, and our 3/4 inch piece, we're going to do a light coloured designer paper side, and we're going to pop that onto the front of the card. Oops, move that bit out of the way, and that's going to go onto the front of the card, like so. On our other piece, we're going to put the green side up. So we're going to stick our piece of designer paper. Oops. What is the matter with this? Being like this all the way through the whole roll. This one, and we're going to pop this on here. Lovely, and then we're going to glue this onto the other piece here. So this is going to go onto that 1.5 inch size, and it's going to go on this side here, so it looks like it's on the inside. So when it's closed, it's like so. We're then going to do a bit of stamping, so let's do a bit of stamping. So we're going to stamp in our sentiment on the inside. No, that's not on the block very straight. Excuse my head if it's in the thing. That's better. That's a bit better. And we're going to stamp this in Mossy Meadow, which I hope my pad is nice and juicy. All my pads have been drying out because of all this hot, smoky weather we've had. So I've had to give them all a good drink. Oh. Not only for what you do, but for all this, for being someone special. There you go, and that looks actually really quite nice. While I've got that, I'm going to stamp my Thinking of You in the Mossy Meadow at the same time that we're going to cut out using our heart punches. So I'm going to stamp this up here, and it doesn't matter that it's a bit wonky because we can cut that straight. So we'll pop that out of the way. On the other side, what we're going to then just glue this to the inside of our card just here. So let's do that first so it's out of the way. So we have a nice place to write our sentiment, our message on our card. On this side here, we need to stick this on here. Oops, come here. That's going to go on there, but we need to be able to work out where we're going to put our two magnolias. So we need to know that they're going to have to be close to this edge on the side. So they need to be close to the right hand side. So we're bringing in our memento, and we're going to stamp one at the top and one at the bottom, just like that. And we're going to colour them in using our blender pens. So we've got Old Olive Light and Dark, we have Petal Pink Light and Dark, and I don't think I need that. So we're going to start by colouring in our leaves with the light Old Olive. Now I can't do anything about this because I have not got this ready beforehand, so you have to bear with me while I colour this all in, but it won't take that long. And with our dark old olive, we're just going to then give them a bit of shading on the tops of the two main leaves, and then I will go back over the other leaf again with my old olive so that it blends them in a bit more. Okay, and then with our petal pink, we're going to use the dark petal pink just to put like sweeping marks down the bottom here. And we're going to do that on both of them. You've seen me do this plenty of times before when I've used the Magnolia Lane, because I absolutely love the Magnolia Lane. And then we're going to use the light petal pink just to put a little bit of extra length onto those. And that's all we're going to put on the front of that card. So now we're going to stick glue that to the inside of, or the outside front. So that is going to go over this side here, like so. So when the card is closed, it looks like that. Isn't that beautiful? So now we're going to make our belly band. So we're going to glue our, we're going to put this, hold this around the middle here somewhere, and then we're going to fold it around the corner and back around to the front of the card. And when we're happy with where it's sitting, because we don't want it so tight that we can't push it on and off, we will then glue it down. So we'll give it a little bit of leeway, and we're going to put a tiny bit of glue just here, and we glue that together like so, and this will slide up and down, oops, up and down off our card. We're now going to do exactly the same with our belly band, and we will bring that over a bit further because we don't want, we want to make sure that they are underneath what we're going to do. So once we're happy with that, we will then pop a little bit of glue just here to glue this one down, and then we will pop this up and put a tiny bit here so that we tease it around the corner, and a little bit on the back to keep it going, and then we can finish it off around the front here with one little bit there and a bit just here. So oops, that's not matching up very easily. Let's pull that up. That's better. That's better. So we have our beautiful belly band on here. So that's done that. Now we're going to bring in our two heartfelt punches. So this is in the set. And we're going to cut the Thinking of You out with the plain white, plain heart. I might just trim that off the bottom a tiny bit. I've stamped it a little bit high. Ah, that's better. And then we will punch out the scalloped heart in the green, and we will pop them together with a bit of tape, and when we will pop them up onto over the join, we'll pop a couple of dimensions So that's why we didn't want to put anything in the middle, because you won't see it. So, and then we're going to pop this onto the front of the card like so. And then I have some of these beautiful Noble Peacock rhinestones, and this greeny colour here looks absolutely gorgeous. It's sort of like a limey green, and I'm going to use some of these on my card front. I'm going to use one of each size. Where should I put this one? Oh, up in there. And that's our card for today. Well, what do you think? I think it looks absolutely beautiful, and thank you, Connie, for inspiring me to make this beautiful card. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I don't know what that bit was, but I think it's absolutely gorgeous, and I actually really enjoyed making it, and I enjoyed working out the measurements so that it fitted into an Australian size envelope. And there you go. I hope you've enjoyed that. There's my prototype, which, by the way, looks nowhere near as nice as the one we've just made together. And I will see you again next week. Before I go, sorry, if there's any of these, you would like to purchase any of these products here, and you live in Australia, please give me a call, email or PM, and I will help you with your purchase. If you would prefer to shop online, why not just go over to the Stampin' Up website and place your order, and then when they ask for the demonstrator, put my name in, please. My name will be down the bottom in the box, and I would love to hear from you. Please give me a thumbs up or down if you've enjoyed this, and leave me a comment so I know how I'm going. And I will see you again next week. Bye for now.